We're live.
Hey, we the Hebrew Israelites. Once again, we on the highways and the byways for another week, prophesizing the downfall of America, prophesizing the downfall of the end of, prophesizing the downfall of the kingdom of Esau. For we in the age of Esau. So this empire of Esau is coming to an abrupt end. You know, that's why we measure down the times. We measure the times diligently. And when we see something on the internet, we see something on the news, we marry with the scriptures, man. We bring out the prophecies. Because right now we in the spirit of prophecies, so we gonna bring out these prophecies, you know, on a large scale. So without further ado, we're gonna get into these prophecies.
Second Ezra 15 verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
It says not my people. Speak thou in the ears of his slacky.
Second Ezra 15 verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. The words of prophet.
Do, man. Who's the Most High's people? You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that call yourselves American, that call yourself Negroes, that call yourself Jamaicans, that call yourself Haitians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, on down to the Mexicans, man. You are the biblical Israelites, man. From the prospective tribes. And we out here prophesying only the elect of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans is going to get it, because the rest is going to be taken by the missiles, man. It's going to be taken by martial law, during the time of martial law, during the time of the race riots. You're not taking heed to what we say to y'all.
Yeah. Second Ezra 15 verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth.
And the Most High put these words in our mouth, man. We're not speaking our own words. The words that we're speaking from the scriptures, man. We're speaking the words of the Most High, Yahweh Shah, not our own words. Because we are spokespeople or spokespersons or spokesmen of the Most High, man. But we reading his words, not our words, man. These words are not, that we speaking to is not coming from our own mouth, man. It's coming from the words of the Most High. Real quick, let them finish, bro.
Which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
That's why these words are written in paper to this day, because these words are faithful and true. And the Most High had the prophets of old, like Ezra and all the other scribes, to put these words on paper, man. And hence we reading the prophecies of old, man, because we are the men coming back in the reincarnation. We are the men that was prophesizing the downfall of them kingdoms, man. We are the men that was prophesizing the downfall of all them kingdoms, so from Jeremiah the 28th chapter, 28 and 8, man. From the Assyrian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, up until now, man. We are them prophets coming back in the reincarnation, man.
Yeah, it says in 1 Corinthians 40 verse 32, the spirit of the prophet is subject unto the prophets.
The spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets, man. That's why we out here on the highways and the byways. Right now, it's not that cold, because we're approaching the time of the, we in spring, but according to Esau's calendar, according to the Gregorian calendar, we in the month of spring, whereas we in the beginning of spring, so it's not that cold. It's like in between. But we was out here in the brick ass cold on the highways and the byways, you know, out of season. Now we're approaching in season time, man. But guess what? We still out here, man. Pushing the word of the Most High. We still out here, man.
Verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee.
And we're not to fear the imaginations against us, man. Our own people that call themselves, that's a part of the 2/3, that's you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, they'll come up against us with your incredulity. Incredulity means unbelief, man. You're scoffing, you're scorn, you talk your shit, you get on the keyboards and you're talking your shit, man. But guess what, man? We not to fear you, man. Because why? Down is on, bro.
Okay, it's like,
because why? We out here doing the world's work, man. We out here, and the Most High made our faces harder than your faces, man. You know? Like an adamant flint, man. Whereas we're gonna not be afraid of the face of you Negroes, especially Native Americans. Why? They got them tough ass faces that come at us with them tough ass looks. We're not gonna fear that, man. We're gonna still push this world, man. You have people trying to bring up the Bloods and the Crips against us, but why? We still ain't pushing this world, man. Well, this is the Most High's word, man. This is Acts, the 5th chapter, the 38th verse, man. And this man is gonna come to the north, but this is the Most High, man. And that's why we still out here doing the things we doing right now, man. Pushing the word of the Most High.
Yeah, the Apostle Peter said, he said, we ought to obey Yahweh Bashmal Shai rather than men.
That's right, man. That's what we out here, man. The hell with you Negroes, especially the Americans, think about us, man. With your demonization, man. But guess what, man? You're going to pay for everything you say. Every idle word, you're going to be held accountable for, man.
Verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Which part of the imagination that's come of these Negroes and Hispanics, Native Americans that come up against us? They call us pedophiles. They call us rapists. You know, they scoff and scorn. They feel, you know, they talk like, you know, they're going to bring gangs against us. We don't fear none of that, man. The incredulity of the 2/3, which is the unbelief of the 2/3, man. We don't care about that. Why? Because you're going to die in your unbelief, man. You're going to die in your unfaithfulness, man. And part of your dying in your unfaithfulness is part of martial law, which is the famine, pestilence, uprising, sedition among men, race wars, guillotine, getting locked up in the concentration camp. You're gonna die in your unfaithfulness, man. Hey, man, the time is coming where the Most High is gonna deal with all the wickedness of our people, man, by putting you to death, man, via concentration camps, famine, pestilence, race riots, sedition among men. It's coming, man. Revelation 12:12, man. It's Esau, the so-called white man, is coming with great wrath, man.
Verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. All the 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans that call yourself come up against the men of the Lord. You got some dude named Antoine Johnson that's saying that he can't see how the Israelites, how the black men is the Israelites, man. What you saying that? So in other words, what you saying is them gutter rats over there in Israel, they're the true Israelites, right? According to you, right? According to your belief. Hey, man, listen, we don't take you serious, bro. You a crackpot, Johnny come lately that came out of nowhere trying to disprove and trying to debunk the Hebrew Israelites. Whether you was paid off, like the apostle said, or whether you that's being this straight up dumb, ignorant nigga, man. But you're gonna pay for that, man. You a scoffer and you a scorner, and you're gonna die in your unfaithfulness, man. You're gonna be one of those that get tossed headfirst into a concentration camp, you and your family. Whoever's in your household with you.
Verse 4, 2 Ezra 15, verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Verse 5, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
And the Most High is going to bring plagues upon the world, man. Part of them plagues, man, is E. coli, Ebola, AIDS, cancer, measles. Is the measles outbreak right now in Jersey, man. That's part of the plagues that the Most High is going to bring upon the world, man. You got cancer, you got AIDS, you got E. coli, Ebola, you got measles outbreak. You got whatever disease out there. Help me, brothers. I'm saying whatever disease they got out there.
You got chikungunya, you know, chikungunya. That was out there in them.
They got a frog invasion, a poisonous frog invasion. Just invade Florida. Frogs like same in Egypt. Really, like
So you got all kinds of diseases out there. You know what I'm saying?
again. 2 Ezra 15, verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
The sword, famine, death, and destruction. if you go into Ezekiel, the 21st chapter, the 9th verse, it tells you about the sword of the Lord, man, that's being sharpened. And death and destruction, the famine, death and destruction, man. What's going on in Venezuela right now, man? What's going on in Brazil? What's going on in Yemen? Famine, death and destruction, man. What's going on throughout the four corners of the earth, man? You see what I'm saying? That's the plagues of the Most High, man. The sword, get that in Ezekiel 24, Ezekiel 21 and 9. Start at the 9th verse.
And you can hold them, Zechariah 14 verse 12.
Because these are the plagues that's coming upon the earth, man. And the ultimate plague is going to be read in Zechariah, man. You see what I'm saying? The 13th chapter, the 13 and 8, right?
14 and 12.
14 and 14 and 12.
Okay,
Man.
yep.
The ultimate plague is Zechariah 14 and 12, man. Zechariah 13 and 8 going into the 2/3, man.
Yeah.
Read that right real quick.
This Ezekiel.
This is part of the plagues, man. This is one part of the plague that's coming, man. The sword. We get into the sword, the plague of the sword. Read.
This is Ezekiel 21 and 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Most High, say a sword is sharpening, and also furbished.
Hey, it says, son of man, prophesy and say the sword is sharpened and also furbished. Now, that sword that's being sharpened is them UN troops doing the mock military drills, man, in preparation of martial law. You see what I'm saying? You got the it was called what's the name of that thing?
Rex 84.
Rex 84. You had also you had the mock military drills of Jade Helm.
Yeah, Jade Helms. That's one.
Jade Helm 13, 14, and 15. You know?
Project Megiddo.
Project Megiddo. They're all practicing for the hour of martial law. You see what I'm saying? That's the sword being sharpened, man. Because they practice it. Also, a case in point, a prime example of that sword being sharpened, they did that during the time of the Boston bombing, man. And they went house to house, man, door to door, and they was kicking people's doors in, man, confiscating they weaponry, man. The hour of martial law, that sword that's being sharpened, man. Read it again, Baba Kashab. They can sink into these niggas' ears, man.
This is Ezekiel 21 and 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Most High.
And the word prophecy means to say before. So we telling you what's going to happen before it happened, man. On a large scale. We saw to Jeremiah 30 and 7, man. Then the time of martial law, Jacob's trouble, man. We telling you what's going to happen before it happened, man. We out here on the highways and the byways prophesying to you dumb Negroes what's going to happen, man. We telling you that sword that's spoken about in Ezekiel, the 21st chapter, the 9th verse, that's being sharpened, is the time when these UN troops, these Gurkha troops, whether they Interpol, International Police Force, different sects of nations coming together, man. And when these international police come, they're not going to understand not one stick of English, man. They're not going to understand you, and you're not going to understand them. That's why when they say you put your hands up in their language and you don't do it, you don't comply, you don't understand them, they're going to cut you down like a dog, man. If you like comply or do what they say to you, that's that sword that's being sharpened. You understand me, you dumb niggas? Read, brother.
Ezekiel 21 and 9, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Most High, say, a sword is sharpened.
That's them UN troops, the National Guard, Interpol, them Gurkha troops, doing mock military drills in preparation of martial law. To lock down the cities of America, throughout the four corners of America, lock all the cities down, where none can come in and none can go out, man. Read.
And also furbished. Verse 10. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter.
That sword is being sharpened to make a sword slaughter. A sword slaughter of who? The inhabitants of the land of America, namely the 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Because once they lock down the cities, man, where no trucks can come in to enter any kind of goods, it's gonna produce a famine. First and foremost, because once they lock down the Holland Tunnel, the Lincoln Tunnel, the George Washington Bridge, the Verrazano Bridge, any bridge or any tunnel that's leading out of New York City and into New York City, they're gonna lock it down, man. No trucks can deliver the goods in these supermarkets, which only have 3 days worth of food in the supermarket. And once the calamity comes, anytime there's a calamity, the supermarkets get wiped out real quick, man. Why? Because everybody is thinking the same thing, man. Let me go stack up on some goods, man. Especially during the time of a famine, a lack of bread, man.
Hey, if I can say something, and that's what's going to lead to cannibalism. Because after a few days of not eating or drinking,
2 days, 3 days, a week.
Yeah, especially with Jake, with how Jake eat right now, that's going to lead them to go and start thinking, you know what? That arm looks tasty.
Well,
that
not
leg
after a
looks
week.
tasty.
After a week, they're gonna start kicking people's doors in,
Yeah.
robbing their goods. After a month,
Right.
after a month of famine, hey man, we're gonna have roast human.
Yeah. Hey, and they show you that in that movie, The Road, man.
That's right.
That's why it's important to watch movies like The Road. What's that movie that Will Smith was in? I Am Legend. Basically, these movies that go into the apocalypse of this current society, because those movies are all based upon the scriptures, man.
That's right.
Based upon what the elder brother is bringing out.
That's
okay,
right.
prophecy, man. The dark days that we're living in, the time of Jacob's trouble, pursuant to Jeremiah 30 verse 7, man.
You got that.
You know?
Revelation,
Zechariah.
Zechariah 14.
Hey, bring that up real quick. Say that, but before you bring that up, see what you got in my head again?
Verse 10.
Okay, so bring that up real quick. Finish it up real quick.
Zechariah 14, verse 1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be delivered in the midst of thee.
I go to verse 14. What? No, 14 verse
12, was it? 12?
9, 14, and then.
verse 12.
Yeah, it was 12.
Oh, let me give it one. Zechariah 14, verse 12. This shall be the plague wherein that the Lord will smite.
Matter of fact, hold that because that's the ultimate plague right there.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to the plagues that's gonna hit before the ultimate plague, man. Go back to Zechariah, man. We're going to the hour of martial law, the time of Jacob's trouble, man. And that's going to hit really soon. So we're going to be beginning in Ezekiel. Finish that off with Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 21 and 10. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter.
And that sword that's being sharpened to make a sword slaughter is the sword of Esau, man. The so-called white man's military, military, man. That's gonna come in like a flood after they declare martial law. They're gonna come in like a flood, kicking your door and going door to door. And when they kick your door in, hey, guess what? They're gonna come in the wee hours of the night, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning when you sleeping, kick your door in, shoot your dog if you got one. They're gonna come snatch you out of your bed, and most men, when they're in the bed with their wives, they sleep with no shit on. You know what I'm saying? So what's gonna happen is they're gonna go pop your wife, probably pop you, pop your daughters, pop your sons. They're gonna separate y'all, man. Take the father, toss him in one van, take the children, toss them in another van, take the wife after they finish ravishing her, man, toss in another van, and they're gonna separate y'all, man, and take you to different concentration camps, man. You see what I'm saying? This Esau's plan, the so-called white man's plan, man. And he's not playing. Salakia. He's not playing. So you see all these fine women out here, man, being all proud, man. Guess what, man? In the dinner time of Jacob's trouble, they're not gonna be proud of us, man. Why? Because they're gonna be looking for some kind of comfort, looking for some kind of security, man.
Shelter.
Looking for some kind of shelter.
It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make
Because when the sword is sharpened and hit the sun, it start glittering, man. So then we make mirth because Esau is in the time where he's practicing for military drills in the time of martial law, man. So then should we be out here making mirth, being clubbing, having a good time, partying,
Right, so
not taking heed to the prophecies that's coming to pass? And that's what exactly what these niggas out here is doing, man. They're not taking heed to what's going on, man. They're out here going to clubs, committing adultery, being gang-banging niggas, selling their drugs, being homosexuals, being lesbians, being transgenders. They're not taking heed to the prophecies, man. They don't watch the news, so therefore, a lot of Negroes don't watch the news, man. If they do watch the news, it's only for the weather and sports. They don't watch the news because I had a lot of Negroes say, listen, man, I don't want to watch the news because it's too depressing. I only watch the news for sports and for the weather. And that's going to be your goddamn downfall because you're not measuring the times, man. Everything is mirth, man. Everything is party and bullshit with you Negroes and Spanish Native Americans, man. So we're going to see when you party and bullshit in them concentration camps. That's where you headed, man. We're going to see when you party and bullshit and being in that mirth spirit when then the time when Esau coming like a flood. Esau being the so-called white man coming like a flood. Then the time of martial law, man. Because, hey, man, Revelation 12:12, man, he going to come down with great wrath, man. Being Esau, and he's not going to take no pity, man, upon the order, young man. He going to do away with all y'all, man. He going to fuck you up, man. Because why? Esau, the so-called white man, is the Most High's whipping stick. Esau, the so-called white man, is the sword of the Lord, man. And he's going to use that sword slowly against y'all, man. Before, hold that real quick, bro, and get set Jeremiah, get Psalm 17, verse 13, bro. Psalm 17. We're gonna prove that the Esau, the so-called white man, is the Lord's whipping stick, is the Lord's sword, man. We're gonna prove this, man. Get right. We're gonna ride along with this right here, real quick.
Psalm 17 and 17.
Psalm 17 and 13. So let them read this real quick, and then go to 12. Go to the 12th verse. Read it together. It is sharpened to make the sword slaughter.
It is sharpened.
Call it and read it. Call it and read it.
Ezekiel 21:10. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter.
That sword that's being sharpened, which is the UN troops, the Gurkha troops, the National Guard, that sword with the mock military drills is being sharpened to make the sword slaughter. Why do that they practice it, man? For the hour of martial law to go door to door, kick the door and they fuck you up, man. That's the sword being sharpened, man. That's the sword being sharpened to make that sword slaughter. Hold that real quick and get that real quick in Psalm 17 and 13, man.
So, the book of Psalms, a prayer of David. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him.
Arise, O Lord, and disappoint who? The international bankers, man. That's trying to bring forth that New World Order agenda, man. That New World Order agenda is the mandatory microchip the whole planet Earth, man, and make everybody slaves under them, man. That's that New World Order enterprise, if you will, man. That's why King David said, "Arise and disappoint." Read it again, real quick, Baba Kashab.
Psalms 17, a prayer of David, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him.
Disappoint who? The international bankers, man. Disappoint them when they can't bring forth their New World Order enterprise, man. Their New World Order enterprises consist of mass microchipping the planet Earth, also bringing a sword slaughter upon the people, man, to bring the population down to 500 million, man. But they able to control them. You see what I'm saying? That's the agenda of Esau, the so-called white man. Yeah.
Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Deliver my soul from the wicked. Who is the wicked? It's not Esau, the so-called white man, the wicked, pursuant to Malachi, the first chapter, the 4th verse. It's not Esau, the so-called white man, the wicked. Jeremiah, I'm slacking. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who control the earth right now, man? It's not Esau, the so-called white man, in control of the whole planet Earth. So who's the wicked? Esau is the wicked, man. The so-called white man, and King David is praying to the Most High to deliver him from the wicked, which is his sword. Meaning that the Most High controls Esau, and the Most High set Esau up to be his whipping stick, to be the sword that's going to go about and slay the 2/3, the wicked of the 2/3 of the Negroes and Spanish Native Americans, man. That's what Esau is set up to do, man. So get that, finish that real quick. You see? Ezekiel, yeah.
Ezekiel 21, verse 10. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
And we'll explain the sore slaughter that's going to come upon you, Negroes and Spanish Native Americans, which is during the time of martial law with Esau, the so-called white man, come in like a flood, having no mercy, man. It's committing all kinds of atrocities, man. Locking Jacob, gunning them down, women getting raped, so-called men getting raped, little kids getting put to death. There's going to be no mercy during that time, man. Because Esau, the so-called white man, is going to have great wrath, man. Pursuant to Revelation, the 12th chapter, the 12th verse, man. Because you know that his empire is coming to an abrupt end. So what he's going to do? He's going to execute his judgment. He's going to execute the judgment of the Most High.
Hey, if I may, do you know how it's going to be there? Do you know how we know it's going to be like what the elder brother was saying now, you know, men's going to get raped, women's going to get raped? Because it says in Daniel, the 12th chapter, and Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, about how it's going to be like a time like never before.
That's right, man.
So those things that we heard about happening during the time of, you know, our slavery, our captivity,
During the time of 70 AD.
AD, it's gonna far out exceed those days, man. It's gonna be a horrific day, man. It's gonna be a horrific time. It's not just gonna be for 1 day or 2 days. It's gonna be for a period of time of pure, unfiltered hell, man.
That's right.
Unfiltered hell.
Unadulterated.
I say
Killing,
unadulterated.
unadulterated, lynchings, beating, unadulterated. That's pain and anguish, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So come upon the inhabitants of the land, not just the 2/3,
Okay.
but all nations that dwell in the land of America. And ultimately, the ultimate plague is going to be thermal nuclear destruction. We got that on deck, man. We're going to hold it. Don't get it yet. We finished it right here, man.
Yeah, that's the creme de la creme.
That's right.
It is furnished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth?
Amen. We're not in a time of mirth, but we're in a time of prophecy. We're in a time that everybody should gird their loins up, you know what I'm saying? And be on point, man.
Yeah.
But 2/3 of you Negroes, especially the Americans, you're not gonna be on point, man. That's why you're gonna die the death of the wicked, man. Because you're all wicked, man. You know, read.
It
contendeth.
It
It
con-
contendeth.
It
the
contendeth the rod of my son as every tree. At verse 11, and he had given it to be furnished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furnished to give it into the hand of the slayer.
Who is the slayer? That sword is being furbished and been given into the hands of the slayer. Who controls who? Who's controlling the society right now, man? It's not Esau, the so-called white man, controlling the society. So therefore, Esau has been given a great sword. He had his blessing with the sword, man. Going back to then the time when Isaac blessed Esau with the sword and the fatness of the earth. So Esau has been given a great sword, man. This sword has been given to the hands of the slayer, man. Who's the slayer? Esau, the so-called white man. That's why King David said, "Deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword." Esau is the wicked, man.
Oh, I got the Hebrew word for slayer. It's from the Hebrew word harag. It says to kill, slay, murder, destroy, murderer, slayer, out of hand. To kill, slay.
Who was the first murderer? Was not Cain the first murderer? And Cain came back in the form of Esau, the so-called white man. Because Cain lost his pigmentation. He was cursed. See, the same spirit that was on Cain, being a murderer and a liar, is on Esau. Esau is a murderer and a liar to this day, man. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, man, going back to what we talking about, Esau is going to come down upon you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans with a sword of destruction. He's going to come in the neighborhoods of the ghettos like a flood, man. And you know what happened when the flood come in? It takes everything out of his sight, man. We talk about him not having no kind of compassion on the old, the young. He's going to do what he's going to do, man. Because he's the devil. So be prepared for a sore slaughter, man. We even more than that.
Verse 12. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people it shall be upon all the princes of Israel.
So cry and howl bitterly. That's you Negroes, especially that's going to do in the time of martial law. You're going to cry and howl bitterly for all the destruction that's coming upon you, man. The race riots, the race wars, the famine, the pestilence, being locked up in concentration camps, being put to death. You're going to cry and howl for that time, man. For the time, it's going to be horrific. It's going to be a time that has never been so like it's going to surpass 70 AD and any other calamity that came upon Israel. Man. You see what I'm saying? The time is coming.
Yeah. Terrors by reason of sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh. Terrors
by the way of the sword, man. Because Esau is going to come in like a flood. And there's nothing you James can do about it now. How many guns you got, or how much you think you tough. And every time you martial law, you can have broken Jews coming in that have not a clue of what the hell you saying, and you're not going to have a clue what the hell they saying, because they ain't going to speak English. So they tell you, blah, meaning put your goddamn hands up, nigga. You don't know what the fuck they saying. You ain't going to comply, and they're going to gun you down, man. They're gonna come in, smacking women around, rape her and shit, rape your daughters, rape you. You ain't gonna understand what the hell they saying, man. It's gonna be a time of great calamity coming upon you people, man. And that's the sword of the Lord, man. So all you proud ass women out there, man, that think that your shit don't stink with your nose in the air, all you wicked ass niggas out there that think you tough, we gonna see how tough you are during the time of martial law. During the time
Think you tough.
you think you tough. We gonna find out how tough you really are, nigga. During the time of martial law, all you niggas that just walk around with your pants hanging up your ass, thinking you tough, smoking your weed and shit. We gonna see how tough you are in the time of martial law. We gonna see how much a big mouth you bigger woman have during the time of martial law, man. Guess what's gonna happen? You gonna eat the butt of a gun. Bitch, shut the fuck up. That's exactly what them Gurgles was gonna do this morning. So we're gonna go back to second entrance. We're gonna go to second entrance. We're gonna drop down from 15 to 15 chapter. We're gonna do that right there. We're gonna go to the plague of the. We're gonna go down to we're gonna drop down to the 14. 14. Second entrance 15 to 14. It's leading up to the plagues of the Most High.
Second Ezra 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15.
Read it again. Read it again.
Second Ezra 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Woe to destruction. Destruction to the world and them that dwell therein, man. And man, listen, man. Destruction is coming, man, on a large scale, because before the nuclear missiles hit, at the very same time nuclear missiles hitting, Yahweh Shai is going to bust them clouds, them skies with the holy angels, man, with that concentrated fire and them laser beams, man. But before that, it's going to be all hell breaking loose, man. It's going to be martial law, race riots, famine, pestilence, sedition among men. So the time is coming where everybody's going to be taken in the great number, man. Read.
Verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh.
For the sword and the destruction draweth near. We just brought up who the sword is, man. The sword of the Lord is Esau. And Esau's he's gonna use that sword, man, sorely. A sword destruction is coming upon the 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the rest of the goddamn heathen nations that's dwelling in the land of America, man. A great sword is coming, but that great sword is directed towards you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's a part of the 2/3 club that don't want to get right, man. And majority of the people that's gonna be put to death is gonna be these fucking women, man, because they fucking wicked as hell, man. Read.
Second Ezra 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and with swords in their hand.
That's a race war, man. That's race wars, man. One people, the Edomites, the Hamites, the Ishmaelites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, is going to stand and fight against another people, man. with swords in their hand. That's a race riot, man. That's insurrection, man. You see what I'm saying? Read.
Swords in their hand. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men.
For sedition means uprising against the government, man. They're not gonna give a fuck what the government say, man. They're gonna be out here rioting, looting, doing what they want, man. During the time of martial law, and that's gonna bring forth martial law. And even in that time of martial law, you're still gonna have pockets of resistance, man. Men that's going up against the military, man. Even they're gonna get cut down and mowed down. But guess what? That was their lot, man. They get shot down, man, in the street, man. The sword, man, to destroy. That's going to happen. The sword to destroy. So you got pockets of resistance, and guess what? They're gonna get put down, man.
So some of the martial law troops are gonna die though.
Wait.
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
And they be sedition among men, invading one another, meaning they're gonna be kicking each other's doors in. Grammars going to different men's houses, man, trying to get some substance, man. Because why? It's gonna be the time of martial law, then the time of famine and great distress upon men. So they're gonna be kicking each other's doors in, you know, trying to get some substance, man, trying to feed their family. Right?
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kids nor princes, and
like I said, then they're gonna kill what Governor Barry Cuomo say, what Mayor de Blasio say, what DJ Trump say, if he's still the president at that time. Then they're gonna regard the kings, the princes, meaning the governors, the mayors. They're not gonna regard the president. They're gonna take the action in their own hand. They're gonna be out there looting and riding and do what they have to do, man, to survive, man.
Yeah, like what's going on out there in France right now with the yellow vest protests.
Exactly, man.
That's a shadow of what's to come here in America, but America's going to be in a whole different scale, man.
What's going on in Venezuela is a shadow of what's going to happen in America, man. What's going on throughout the four corners of the earth with all these wars and all these rumors of wars and all these insurrection amongst the government is going to happen over here on a large scale, man. Be prepared for it, read.
verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
The course of their action stand in their own power. Man, they're gonna do what they want out here, man. They're gonna be out here looting and riding, raping, beating the shit out of each other, robbing each other, killing each other. All kind of hell's gonna be breaking loose at that time, man. They're not gonna regard what the hell. The course of their action is gonna stand in their own power, man. Read.
Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
A man should desire to go into a city and that should not be able. Why? Because it's going to be during the time of martial law. The whole America's going to be locked down, man. A man not going to be able to go into one city, he's not going to be able to come into another city, man. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be during the time of martial law. All hell is going to be breaking loose at that time, man. All hell is going to break loose at that time. You understand what I'm saying, man? So, therefore, these Gurkha troops, these UN troops, the National Guard is going to have all these cities, the bridges, the tunnels, the major ports to lead into the city and out of the city is going to be locked down, man. Therefore, no trust will come in, nothing can come in, nothing can go out. That's going to produce a famine.
Yeah, for example, you see this street here? At the end of the street, you're gonna have tanks at the end of the street. And you're gonna have snipers all over the place.
That's right.
That's how bad it's gonna get, man. Tanks are gonna be blocking off roads and streets and bridges, man. And ain't no one gonna be able to go anywhere, man. And like the elder brother said, it's gonna be shut down. It's gonna be locked down. The cities, that is. There's gonna be soldiers all over the place. Troops, or the word martial means warlike, man.
That's right. That's right.
Robotic laser beam.
Hold on for a minute. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if it's still there. Oh, we good.
Yeah, you're gonna have robots, because right now Esau and his technology, he's creating them super soldiers. He's using these robots to act like soldiers, man.
God, that's right.
You know?
That's right. So, finish me that real quick. I'll be sure.
Yeah. 2 Ezra 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Hey, it's going to be the time of martial law, man. Pursuant to Revelation 12 and 12, man. Jeremiah 30 and 7. It's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble. It's going to be a time that's going to be crazy out here, man. Martial law is some serious business, man. We keep constantly telling y'all that martial law is coming, but y'all don't take heed to it. Why? Because you think that, oh, we talking shit, man. Why? Because it ain't come yet. But when it comes, it's going to hit you like a sore disease, man, because you're not expecting it, man. You're in the time of mirth, man. You're in the time of partying, man, and bullshitting, not taking heed, man. And we out here telling you week in and week out, man, on the highways and the byways, plus we put videos up throughout the week to tell you, man, what's going on. But y'all don't take heed, man. Only the elect is going to take heed, man, and be saved, man. You know? There's more?
Let me finish at 18. Yeah. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed.
Hey, we just said that, man. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. All kind of race riots, insurrection, all kind of war, all kind of race wars, insurrection, all kind of robbery, all kind of death, all kind of murder is gonna be happening in the cities, man, because of their pride, man. The city's gonna be troubled, man.
And men shall be afraid.
And these niggas out here that think they tough gonna be like bitches, man, that time, man. They're gonna be scared to death, man. Why? Because all kind of hell's gonna be broken loose, man. We ain't talking about the goddamn women that think they tough, man. We ain't even gonna get on that point right there, man, because these women gonna realize who they are, man, and they're gonna succumb, and they're gonna be looking for some kind of comfort and some kind of security, man, at that time, man. So we ain't talking about women, we talking about the men that's gonna be scared, man. The women, they're gonna fall in line, man. They're gonna be looking for a strong Israelite man at that time.
Hey, even your girl, Queen Latifah, she might be looking for you, bro.
That bitch Queen Latifah, she gonna be looking for you, bro.
She might be looking for you.
Good. Queen Latifah, where that motherfucker at, man?
Where's Uncle Yahweh at, man? Where's Priest Yahweh at, man?
Yeah, it's more. That's it. It's more. Let me see. It's more. Let me see. Yeah, right.
Yeah, man.
We must stop.
And the man should have no opinion upon this thing, bro. Read 19.
2019. I'll stop on 19. Verse 9. Second Ezra 15. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread.
Hold on. A man should have no pity upon his neighbor. Why? Because during the time of distress, man, you can know Bob or Mike for 30 years, man. He's your neighbor, man. But during the time of martial law, you ain't gonna have no pity upon that dude. Why? Because you're gonna be worried about yourself, man. You're gonna be worried about feeding your own family, man. That pity gonna go out the drain, man. It's gonna go out the drain. That love that you have for Mike and Bobby and Rick, all the rest of them cats, man, that you knew, man, that's your neighbors, man. Hey, man, you may be suffering and have no food, but you know that Mike got some substance, man. You smell some food come out of Mike's crib. Damn, that shit smelling real good, man. This dude got some food. You gonna grab your gun and go do what you gotta do to that dude, man, and take his shit. Why? Because for the lack of bread, man, and for great tribulation, man, you're gonna do what you gotta do, and you're not gonna regard your friends, man, or your neighbors, man, at that time. You're gonna do what you gotta do, man, to survive. Read. Verse 19. Verse 19.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
You're not gonna have no pity upon Mike, Billy, Bob, Ricky, or your homeboys that you grew up with. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have no pity. You're gonna be out there trying to feed his family, man. It's gonna be manic. It's gonna be everybody going, every man for themselves at that time. Read.
A man, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread.
Amen.
And for great tribulation.
Amen. Man's gonna, he ain't gonna have no pity upon his neighbor, destroy a man's goods, kick his door in, take his goods, probably have to kill him, man, for the lack of bread, for great tribulation, man. You ain't got no food. This man may have some food, man. Certain probably have a couple more crumbs than you have, but you gonna kick his door in and take his shit, man. Especially you got a gun, and he ain't got no gun. He's got a bat, and you got a gun. What could a bat do against a gun? Man, just give it up, Rick, man. Just give it up, man. Hey, man, I may leave you something, man, but hey, but if I run out of this shit, I'm coming back for some more. So, hey, man, just give it up, Rick. If not, I'm shooting. And his wife beefing in your face and shit, you may smack in him with the gun. Pap, shut the fuck up, bitch, before I kill you. You know what I mean? He ain't got no pity upon this thing for the lack of breath for great tribulation, man. These calamities are going to come upon you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We telling you these things are going to come to pass, man.
And that's what the Lord said in Matthew the 24th chapter about because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
That's right, man. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. And during that time of martial law, the love of many is going to wax cold, man. They're not going to give a fuck about, I knew Bob for 13 years. I knew Rick for 30 years, man. Fuck that shit, man. I need to feed my family right now, man. Time is coming, man, where great tribulation is going to be from one end of the earth, from one end, not just America, one end of the earth to the next, man. No more Burger King, no more White Castles, no more McDonald's, no more Aldi's, no more Trader Joe's. Everything is going to be in distress. Everything's going to be fucked up, man. No more Dollar Trees, no more Dollar Generals, no more Family Dollar. You get GMO food for cheap. They tell you in the scriptures, rich is gonna be dirt cheap at that time, man. Everybody gonna think they in a good case, man. But that's not the case, man. You see what I'm saying? That's not the case, man. We're in the time of great tribulation. We're in the time of martial law. We're in the time when Esau, the so-called white man, is gonna begin to show his horns, and the Most High is gonna allow it to happen. We read it in Ezekiel, the 21st chapter.
Isaiah 33.
That sword is coming. That sword is being sharpened. But you niggas don't want to have no clue. You don't want to understand. You don't want to deal with the sharp realities of truth, man. You want to be in a fantasy world where everything is dealing with mirth and partying and bullshit, man. But soon reality gonna hit you right in your fucking face, man. Yeah, bro.
This is
This
is Isaiah 33. Woe to thee that spoileth.
Isaiah 33 verse 6.
Isaiah 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times
and
strength.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. And the knowledge and the wisdom of this truth, man, understanding this truth shall be the stability of that times, man. Because we approaching a time where it's gonna be a famine of the word, whereas you ain't gonna see the men of the law out on the streets no more, man. Because then the time of martial law, then the time of all hell breaking loose, the Most High is gonna withdraw his men from being on the streets. You ain't gonna see us out here in the realm of danger to be out here, you know what I'm saying, prophesizing. No, them days is gonna be over, man. So the internet is gonna be shut down. The men of the law is not gonna be on the streets, so you're gonna have people out here searching, man, searching for answers. And you ain't gonna find a goddamn thing. Why? Because the Most High is gonna withdraw his prophets, and the time to learn of the Most High, and the time.
Get Isaiah 13 and 12.
Yeah, the time to learn of the Most High, and the time to know what's going on is gonna be out the window. So all hell's gonna be breaking loose, man. So people gonna, so 2/3 you Negroes, especially that person, you're gonna be in the dark. You're gonna be searching, and looking for that wine. And that wine, you ain't gonna find that wine. That wine represents the truth, man. Represents knowledge and wisdom.
This is Isaiah 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of fear.
Hey, the Most High is gonna make an Israelite man, a man of the Lord, more precious than fine gold, man. Yeah. During that time, the Most High is gonna make a man of the Lord more precious and valuable than anything else, because people are gonna be searching for answers, man.
Yeah.
People are gonna be searching for answers out here, man. Seeking the men that was out here before, but they took for granted, and they scoffed and scorned at them, and what they had at them. But now they're gonna be like, yo, where them guys out there that was touching? All them things them guys was talking about is coming to pass now. All them things them guys was talking about is happening. Where are them guys, man? And hey, man, in that time, man,
Yeah, it's over for them because why? Like for instance, right now, when was the last time you just ran into a wedge of gold? Can't. When was the last time you ran into a wedge of gold? That doesn't happen, man. So it's speaking about how rare the men of the Lord are going to be in that day, man. The Lord said He's going to make them more fine. We'll read it one more time.
Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man that the golden wedge of your feet.
Yeah, those men are swearing that the Israelites have this truth, okay? Because this truth is very rare, it's very precious, man. Okay, and now the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, is being gracious and merciful enough unto His people, the Israelites, shall you so blacks, Latinos, and the Americans. He's giving you the gold, man. We're actually out here giving you the Lord, Yahweh. How is He married unto us?
By putting the law in our inward parts.
Yep, use close. He's married unto us by way of the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
You know? Let's go to Jeremiah 6, verse 2.
That's right, bro. Bring it out, bro. Bring it out.
Yep. Real quick. One at a time.
Jeremiah 6 verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to comely and delicate woman.
Yeah, so the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, has likened the door of Zion, all right, which are the Israelites, beginning with the men of Israel. He's likened us unto a comely and delicate woman, okay? So this is parabolic talk. This is a metaphor for the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, being joined unto His people. And He's joined unto us by way of the commandments that He gave us in the days of old by way of our forefather, Marsha, who you out there call Moses. That's how He's married unto us, okay? Good to bring something out?
Yeah, because you mentioned that the Lord is specifically talking to the men of Israel. This is Acts 2, verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name Most High shall be saved. Verse 22. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of the Most High among you by miracles.
That's the end of the lesson. You know, we're going to close out.
Yo, hey, you finish that out, man. Finish that out. Then we close it out.
Read it again.
Verse, this is Acts 2 and 22. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Yahushua of Nazareth, a
That's it.
man.
We got to close it down. Hey, Lord willing, next week, man. Hey, man. We out here week in and week out, man. Hey, but that's Shalom.
Shalom.